In every corner of the Pokemon world, from the bustling streets of Kanto to the tropical islands of Alola, you can count on finding two people. A Nurse Joy at a Pokemon Center and Officer Jenny on patrol. They are pillars of their communities, symbols of safety and care, and they are everywhere. The problem? They all look exactly the same. Is it a glitch in the Matrix, or did the character designers just get lazy? Well, the official story is that they're all just one big extended family of identical sisters and cousins. A convenient explanation, right? Maybe a little too convenient. What if I told you that the story is just a smokescreen? It lied to hide a truth that is far stranger and perhaps far more sinister than you can ever imagine. Today we're pulling on the loose threads of one of Pokemon's oldest conspiracies. The theories we've found, from clandestine cloning labs to a secret species of shapeshifters, will make you question everything. Alright, let's start with the narrative that they feed you. According to the anime, every Nurse Joy is related and every Officer Jenny is related. It's a colossal family tree where by some genetic miracle, every single woman looks identical and just so happen to choose the exact same career path. My family can't even agree on pizza toppings, let alone the same career path. In the Diamond and Pearl series, they even tried to patch this up by telling us that Joy and Jenny are their actual last names. We've been shown family photos, proof that at least one Nurse Joy has a mother and siblings. So that's it, right? Case closed. Just a family with ridiculously dominant genes. But the more you pull at this thread, the more the whole story unravels. A simple answer you tell children so they stop asking the hard questions. Well, guess what? We're asking them. The first major crack in the official story is just how biologically impossible it is for hundreds, if not thousands of relatives to be perfect carbon copies of each other. The odds are astronomical. But let's set that aside and look at the hidden clues in the show itself. There's a running gag that Ash and his friends can't tell them apart. But there's one person who can. Brock. Brock, the former gym leader with the breeder's eye, has almost a supernatural ability to distinguish between every Joy and Jenny he meets. He can spot the differences no one else can. In one instance, he identifies a Jenny from a different city because her skirt was millimeters shorter. He can tell Joys apart by the length of their eyelashes. The show plays it off as a symptom of a hopeless romantic, but what if it's not? What if it's a Pokemon breeder's eye just picking up on something else entirely? He's not just noticing the accessories, he's spotting subtle biological variations, the same way a breeder identifies unique traits within a species of Pokemon. This is the inciting incident, the clue that tells us to dig deeper. So if the big happy family story is a fabrication, what's really going on? The fan community has been investigating this for years, and their research has led to three incredible theories. The first and most popular theory is that Nurse Joys and Officer Jennies aren't born at all. They're manufactured. They're clones. Now before you dismiss this, remember that the Pokemon world is rife with advanced and often unethical genetic engineering. The legendary Mewtwo, one of the most powerful beings in existence, was created in a lab by cloning the DNA of Mew. If they can successfully clone a godlike Pokemon, cloning a human would be child's play. Think of it, mass-produced government employees. Sounds very efficient and also creepy. Very, very creepy. This theory posits that a powerful shadowy organization, perhaps Sylph Co., or some secret government entity is mass-producing these women. Why? To guarantee a standardized, reliable, and high-quality level of healthcare and law enforcement across an entire world. It explains their identical appearances, their wavering dedication to their jobs, and the convenient placement in every town. It's a chilling concept. These figures of comfort and authority might actually be manufactured products, living out pre-programmed lives. Now the next theory takes a sharp turn into the bizarre. But when you look at the evidence, it's strangely plausible. What if Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny aren't human? What if they're a species of Pokemon that just simply hasn't been cataloged in the Pokédex? Think of them as Peoplemon. Think about it. What defines a Pokemon species? They look nearly identical with only slight variations. Check. They often have a specific instinctual role or trait. Joy is a healer, Ginny is a protector. Check. They even exhibit and look like regional variants. The Nurse Joys in the tropical Alola region have a distinct look compared to their Kanto counterparts, and the Joys in the Orange Islands have a darker tan. This perfectly mirrors a Pokemon like Vulpix, which has a fire type in Kanto and an ice type in Alola. Furthermore, all the Joys and Ginnies are female. While strange for humans, single-gendered species are common in the Pokemon world, like Chansey, Jinx, and Kangaskhan. And what Pokemon is Nurse Joy's signature partner? Chansey, a pink, nurturing Pokemon famous for its healing abilities. A coincidence or a clue to their very nature? There's a branch of the Pokemon species theory that is so pervasive it deserves its own spot. The theory that all Joys and Ginnies are in fact Dittos. This ties into another deep lore conspiracy that all Dittos themselves are failed clones of Mews, which are why their DNA is unstable and can transform into anything. So what if an organization wasn't just trying to clone a human, but trying to create the perfect, specialized servant? The result could have been a new strain of Ditto, one that is permanently locked into a stable human form. A nurse or a police officer. This would explain everything: the identical looks, the global distribution, and their single focus on their profession. They were literally created for it. It puts a new chilling spin on Brock's ability. Maybe he's just not seeing the tiny physical differences. Maybe his breeder's intuition is sensing that something about them is fundamentally not human. So what are we dealing with here? A dystopian society built on human cloning? A secret species of Pokemon living among us? Or a silent infiltration of shape-shifting blobs? It's a lot to take in. Let me know which theory you find the most convincing down in the comments section below. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into the weird world of Pokemon, do the old algorithm a favor and hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and also it'd be awesome if you left us a comment. Now I know what the skeptics are thinking. There's a much simpler, more boring explanation for all of this. It's a running gag. It's an old anime trope. A callback to the early video games which reused the same character sprites in every town to save on memory and developmental time. And yes, from a real-world production standpoint, that is absolutely why this all started. But to leave it at that is to ignore the incredibly strange and fascinating lore of the Pokemon universe itself. This is a world where 10-year-olds are sent out to travel the world alone. Ghosts are provably real, and literal gods of time and space can be captured in small metal spheres. In a reality that bizarre, where's the fun in accepting such a lame answer? The in-universe contradictions are too glaring to simply write off as a joke. So where does that leave us? On one hand, we have the official story, a genetically impossible family that defies all logic. On the other hand, we have a mountain of evidence pointing to something stranger. Cloning theory suggests a cold, utilitarian world where beloved public servants are nothing more than manufactured assets. The Pokemon species theory proposes that the line between human and Pokemon is far more blurry than we've been led to believe. And the Ditto theory hints at a silent takeover, where our most trusted figures may not be who or what they seem. The Pokemon Company will likely never give us a definite explanation, leaving this as one of the franchise's most compelling and enduring mysteries. But when you weigh all the evidence, the simple tale of "they're just cousins" starts to feel like the most unbelievable story of all. So what do you believe? Clones, Pokemon, Dittos, or something else entirely? Leave your final verdict in the comment section below. I really want to know what you think the truth is behind the Nurse Joy and Officer Ginny conspiracy.